It's Gnome of the Month, Gnome of the Month, Gnome of the Month! Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova, and this is day 3 of our 25 days of Christmas. And today is also the first Saturday of the month, which means it's Gnome of the Month. So we have a lot of excitement today, a lot to talk about today, but first, let's open up our hot chocolate advent calendar and see what we got for day 3. We're just gonna hop right in. So we've got our little day 3 window. Let's see if I can actually punch it out this time and not tear the box. Aha! I did it. And then I'm gonna try to grab it and pull it up. Ooh! This is perfect. Here, I'll just show you guys in the box. White chocolate cocoa. Remember, I was excited to try this because I've never had a white chocolate hot cocoa. Wow, this one is like not wanting to come out. There we go. All right, so our hot cocoa of the day is going to be white chocolate cocoa. Super exciting. Okay, so before I hop over and make that and come back and taste it and we can see what our hot cocoa of the day tastes like, I'll virtually pass you your mugs. I wanted to welcome any newbies. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this feels like a cozy little fun environment for you and that you like to be here, that you feel joy when you're here, that you drop your worries at the door, that you just take a deep breath. Your worries, your stress, your anxiety, you can leave that all outside of this video, outside of my channel, because this is a stress-free, worry-free zone. Just be calm and think of happy things, because guess what? You can do that. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to drop your anxiety, drop your stress, and just exist and be happy in the moment. And guess what? Those things, those important things that you just can't let go, they'll still be there. You can pick them back up when you're ready for them. But right now, for the length of this video, for the length of the time that you're with me, just take a deep breath. And if you're not new here, all the same applies, of course, but welcome back, my Gnome, and I am so glad that you decided to join me today. So today is Gnome of the Month, as well as being day 3 of our 25 days of Christmas. So in case you're new here, Gnome of the Month is something that we do every month where we come on the first Saturday of the month and we talk about what gnome we're thinking of making for the month. So we talk about, oh, do I have a pattern picked out? Do I have yarn picked out? Do I have an idea? Maybe I know what kind of gnome I want to make. Maybe I want to make, let's just say for the month of December, I could be like, well, I know I want to make a reindeer. So the last few months, I started doing this in August, I believe, September. For the last few months, I've actually had a pattern picked out, and then last month, I deviated and just changed my mind about what I was doing, and that's totally fine. This is just kind of, hey, this is what I'm thinking. And then the last Saturday of the month, we come on here, and we show our gnomes. So I show my gnome of the month, I tell you guys what I ended up doing, and also you guys send in your gnomes of the month. So my email is in the description box if you would like to participate. No pressure to participate, but if you would like to, you are definitely welcome to. It can be a knit, it can be a crochet, it could be a loom knitted, it could be if you play with clay or, you paint or whatever, send it in. If you want to do a gnome of the month, any media, any art form, any creative expression, I am totally happy and excited to see what you come up with. So, and it doesn't have to be a seasonal gnome, okay? It doesn't have to be a Christmas gnome or a Kwanzaa gnome or a Hanukkah gnome or anything like that. I have so far been doing seasonal gnomes, except for that last month I changed my mind and I ended up doing a fisherman gnome. But it doesn't have to be a seasonal gnome. It can be any gnome. You can just pick out, the gnome pattern that you've been so excited to do, or you could challenge yourself like, hey, I've never done a gnome before. And if you haven't done a gnome before, I will link down in the description box. I have a tutorial for a gnome that is broken up into 3 parts, super beginner friendly. I go over literally everything from square one. So if you do need help with making a gnome, I highly recommend you start there. And I also have a pocket gnome tutorial, which is a little gnome, and I will link that in the description if you would like to make a smaller amigurumi. But yeah, so super excited to talk with you guys about Gnome of the Month. I just wanted to let you know what it was, especially if you're new here and you've never got to participate or got to watch. But if you decide to participate, send me pictures of your gnome. You can include what name you would like me to use in my video. So, you know, if you want me to use your first name or you want me to use your channel name or whatever. And then if you want, you can include other stuff. You don't have to, though, beyond just the name you want used in the pictures of your gnome. But if you want to include patterns or yarns or any blurbs about your gnome that you made, feel free to do that. So I am going to go make this white chocolate cocoa, and then we will dive into everything. So be right back. Okay, I am back with my hot chocolate, and I'm having it in my new mug that I got actually when I got my advent calendar at Ross, which is that cocoa advent calendar. I also found this I solemnly swear I'm up to no good mug, and it's got the little footprints. And if you don't know, this is from Harry Potter. It's from the Marauders map. So I had to have those, of course, and it wasn't very expensive at all. If you don't know what Ross is, it's like TJ Maxx, so it's like everything is cheaper than it would normally be. Actually, I wonder, is the price still on here? I started to take it off as much as I could, but I think it was like $5 or $6. It was a really good deal. But yay! All right, let's try the white chocolate cocoa. I like it. It's good. Personal opinion, I think I like chocolatier chocolate for my hot cocoa, but it is good. Like, I would drink it again. But if I was picking from like a lineup, I don't think I would pick it over other ones. And it could just be the one I'm having. So if you're like a white chocolate cocoa like fanatic, don't be like, oh, you aren't my people. But it's good, but it's not quite as good as like a more full-bodied chocolate flavor. And I say that like, you know, I'm like some like connoisseur of, you know, Swiss Miss or something, but that's just my feedback on it today. So I think that we will start off with our snowflake of the day before we jump into Gnome of the Month stuff. I have a lot of stuff to show you guys or to talk about with you guys today. So lots of exciting things. So I'm thinking we'll start off with our 100 snowflakes to crochet. I'm doing 1 snowflake a day. And here we are. So yesterday's snowflake was this stellar crystal snowflake, which is this pink one. And then today's snowflake of the day is this one, which is spring snow. So I went ahead and I made another of yesterday's snowflake because the other one is going to be going on the ugly Christmas sweaters that I'm making for my niece and nephew. And I wanted one for me too, because I really, really enjoyed this one. So I made another one of yesterday's snowflake. And then here is today's snowflake. And I had been wondering about this, and somebody said it in the comments, and I am very, very grateful. How I was talking about making up some like stiffening stuff once I get a little accumulation of snowflakes so that I can block them and do like, you know, stiffen them up. Particularly smaller ones also. The ones made with crochet thread, because they don't like hold their shape really that well by themselves. And I had been talking about, you guys had told me about like, you know, your DIY homemade versions, and I was going to do that, and maybe I would try out some different versions. Well, one of them involves sugar, and I had been wondering this. I'm like, okay, does the sugar like, is it not like sugar still? Like, does it like, I don't know, in the process, does it kind of not attract bugs? I don't know. But, you know, in my mind, I was like, sugar's going to attract bugs. And somebody in the comments was like, living in Texas, because I live in Texas, you don't want to use the sugar one because it will attract bugs. And in Texas, you got to be really careful about stuff like that because, whew, our bugs, they will carry you away. And I am literally the most phobic bug person that you will probably ever meet. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing the sugar method, but the Elmer's glue and water method that people have talked about, that's the one that I was like, hey, I actually have Elmer's glue, I'm pretty sure, somewhere in the depths of my craft drawers. So that's probably going to be what I do. So today and yesterday's snowflake, my nail got caught to it. Snowflakes are these, and this little guy, he looks so sad. I'm excited to block him. And I'm excited to block. I've actually never blocked before, but I got those blocking boards recently in a Happy Mail, and I am excited to break those in and see how that goes. You know, this might be getting better as it cools down a little bit. I think the chocolate flavor was like not as strong as it was like super hot right out. Okay, so I'm really dorky and I have this like set up at the end of the video. I will like put as part of my little montage what my desk looks like right now, at least like my computer screen, because my computer screen is sitting over here. And so far every day, and I'm probably going to do this every day because I love it, I have put up full screen on my computer screen a wintry Christmas scene. And it is super cute. So I'm not gonna like go into details trying to explain it. I'll just insert a picture or a video. And actually, instead of doing it at the end, I will just insert it over here so that you can see it. But I've been sitting there with this back here, and it just like adds to the like cheer for me because I have this like wintry scene in front of me, and it's just so cozy. Anyway, so that is our snowflake of the day. That is our hot cocoa of the day. I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys about Gnome of the Month for this month. Are you guys ready for this excitement? I have some exciting news. Are you ready? I'm going to do a crochet along, my first actual crochet along. So we are going to start the 12th. Obviously, you don't have to do it at the same time. You can go back and do it later. You can do it at your own pace, but I'm going to start putting out videos the 12th through the 16th. So that week, it's not this week that's coming, but the week after, I'm going to do a crochet along. So we are going to make a gnome together. And you are welcome to make your own gnome that you pick out. I know some of you probably have already bought a pattern or already have a pattern in mind. That is totally fine. I don't expect everybody to make the same gnome. But I am going to do a crochet along, and we are going to make a squishy, velvety, textured Santa gnome. Or you can use just worsted weight yarn, whatever you would like to use. I'm going to use mostly retro velvet yarn, Premier's retro velvet yarn. So if you would like to get some type of a chenille yarn or velvet yarn, you are welcome to. You can use whatever you want, and I do that all the time. I just swap out the hook size basically for whatever yarn I'm using. So this is a absolutely horrendous drawing, but I've been working on the pattern, and here is kind of the gist of what it's going to look like. So absolutely horrendous drawing, but this is kind of the goal for what the Gnome of the Month is going to come out like. This will be my first time making it when I'm doing the crochet along. So what I'll probably do is, for one, I've been like really working hard to do this pattern, and like I'm hoping everything works out good with it. I think everything should be like the right sizes, and I'm like really like thinking about when the color changes will be and everything. But as I'm going, if I make it and I'm like getting to parts and I'm like I need to alter it, I'll figure it out, and then I'll just redo that part of the video, so you guys will never know. You won't see me blundering around if I have to modify my pattern as I go, which I will pretty much definitely have to do. But I think that this will be a fun crochet along. So it'll be kind of like a, what are they called? Like a mystery crochet along, where you don't know what you're making, until the end. Well, you know you're making a Santa gnome. You know it's going to look something like my terrible drawing, but, you're not going to actually like see the gnome before you start making it. And then when the crochet along is over, then obviously I will change the thumbnails for the videos and you'll be able to see what it is. But if you guys would like to participate, you are welcome to, and I hope you guys like this. I thought it would be a fun little, thing that we could do as a community, to like get together and just like work on a project together if you are so interested. And that I know that a lot of you guys will probably be excited for a video like this where we take our time and go through making this together. Oh, yarn. I've got the yarn that I'm going to be using over here. So this is what I'm planning on using so far, which is going to be, and yes, if you haven't seen my Sonic takeout cup holder thing hack, this makes an excellent yarn caddy. Just saying, it is extremely sturdy. I triggered my dog. I'm so sorry, guys. Mario! Mario, come here. Come here, buddy. Hi. That was me. Okay, so the yarn that I'm going to be using is going to be this Premier Retro Velvet, and it is in the colorway of Ruby. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm going to be doing this Ruby Retro Velvet for the red. And there's a fuzzy of some orange yarn stuck to the end of it. I was like, what is that? So Ruby Red, we're going to be using Waterfall, which is this white color. And like I said, you can use any yarn you want. I frequently don't use the same brand or the same type of yarn. Like these are all Retro Velvet because I had them in Retro Velvet, not because you have to use Retro Velvet. And then the last one, I have so much stuff on my desk. The last Retro Velvet is very big boy skein, and I'm pulling the label off. Oh well, I'll put that back on in a minute. Let's see, what's the colorway? This is just black. So Retro Velvet black. And the red and the black are going to be the main colors. And then this white right here, which is a Bernat Cuddle yarn, and it is a sparkly white. I'm going to use this for the like trim on the hat and on the outfit and stuff. But then this other white that I showed you, which is not sparkly, and it's a little bit more of like a yellowier white, like an off-white, I'm going to use for the beard. Ah! I'm dropping my label. And then the color that I'm going to use for the skin tone is going to be, are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Is going to be Parfait Chunky, also by Premier. Apparently I'm just like, using all the Premiers except for this Big Twist. Did I call it Bernat? I just realized I might have called it Bernat. Big Twist Cuddle. But this Parfait Chunky is in the colorway of Toffee. And I'm going to use this as my skin tone because velvet yarn or parfait yarn, chenille yarn, skin tones are not something that I have very much of. So I was like, you know what? This is actually a pretty dang good color for a skin tone. So those are the yarns that I'm planning on using. You can use whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be velvet yarn. It doesn't even have to be chenille yarn. But I wanted to do something a little bit different with this design. And I was like a squishy, soft, plush, like shiny red type of gnome, just for Santa, for a Santa gnome. Just sounded too good to pass up. So that is what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to put all of these yarns back up and clear them off of here so that I have a little bit more space. And I'll go ahead and put the little Mario down. I put the little Mario down. Yeah. And Mario says hi, even though he doesn't want to look at the camera, because why would he look at the camera when he has mommy right here to look at? Right, buddy? Right, little buddy? Good morning! I could make him look really, really cute for you guys right now. He loves good mornings. Let me see what he does. I don't know. I don't normally hold him while I do good morning, but let's see. Good morning, Mario! Good morning! Good morning, puppy. Good morning, little puppy. There, you guys can just see him shaking because Chihuahuas shake when they're excited. And they shake when they're cold. And they shake when they're literally anything, because that's what they do. But, he gets very excited about good mornings. Good morning. Okay, I will be right back. Let me clear off my desk a little bit. Okay, and we are back. Got a little bit more room now. By the way, now that I know there can be duplicates in the hot chocolate advent calendar, because if you weren't here for the last couple days, we got the same flavor the first 2 days. Now that I know there can be duplicates, I will probably get, when I have the second time of getting a flavor, I will probably set it aside and let my husband have it when he gets home from work, because he loves hot chocolate too, especially like white chocolate. White chocolate is his favorite chocolate. It's not my favorite chocolate, but it's his favorite chocolate. So I know that he will be all over a white chocolate hot cocoa, but I had to try it too, of course, because that's like the whole thing. So next time I get this flavor, I will definitely be setting it aside for him. And more than likely, I will set aside the second flavor of all of the flavors so that he gets the opportunity to be able to try them and be involved too. So, okay, my item of the day, before I get any further, today was a garland for the tree. So I am making an item every day, almost every day, for this little Christmas tree, and it is going to be a crochet tree. So yesterday I made a crochet tree skirt, just a little cute cute crochet tree skirt, and then today I made a garland. And the reason I made this one today is I wanted to do it before I started putting ornaments on the tree, because, you know, like in the process of trimming your tree, the garland goes on first. So I made a popcorn garland. So I've never made an actual popcorn garland. I've never even had a popcorn garland before. But how cute is this idea to do a crocheted popcorn garland? And really, really easy. You could like make a super long one of these without very much effort at all. It is just bobble stitches and chains. So if you know how to do bobble stitches, chains, and slip stitching, you can make this. So they look like little popcorns, and I am going to put that on the tree. So I will, at the end, as part of my little montage, I will show you what it looks like on the tree when I get it on there. I finished this up last night for today's video, and I have been excited to see what it looks like on the tree. I will link the tutorial that I looked at for this. You really, honestly, you don't really need a tutorial for it, but I did look at a YouTube tutorial, and I do not remember the name of it right now. So it will be in the description box, and you can check it out if you're interested. Super simple, super easy to make, and it was fun. So popcorn. That was my item of the day. Next up on our agenda for talking about today is I am working on a tutorial for a Grinch applique. So some of you guys had just suggested that I make a Grinch applique for my little ugly Christmas sweaters that I'm making. And I was like, oh my gosh, I definitely need to do a little Grinch applique because the Grinch, yes. So I had just did a quick Google search for Grinch appliques, crochet Grinch appliques, because I was just going to see if there was a pattern and follow it. But a quick Google search led me to realize that I did not like anybody's Grinch appliques that I saw. Now, like I said, it was a quick search, so you may know of a great Grinch applique, but the quick search that I did, I went through the images, which is a lot of times how I like Google search things, because then I can just click on it and it'll lead me to the pattern. I did not like any of them. They were not like what I envisioned. So I was like, you know what? I think I could make a Grinch applique. So I've been working on designing a Grinch applique, and I am almost done with it. And I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. And I know right now it does not look like the Grinch, but when you see it with the hat and the embroidery detailing that I'm going to do on the face, wish me luck on the embroidery detailing because it's going to be an important part of this. So hopefully I'm capable of doing it, because I am not an embroiderer. I don't know embroidering, but I'm going to do my best. But this is like his face shape and his little hairs. And then this is like the top of the head, and then there'll be the hat. But I'm really, really happy with the shape of this. This is exactly what I was hoping it would look like. So I'm really, really excited for that. And so I'm going to work on that today and get it all, get the hat made, work on the embroidering, and as long as everything comes out well, I will be working on getting a tutorial made up for you guys, so you can look forward to that sometime soon. But yeah, really, really excited for that. And I want to do our shout out of the day, and I have a giant list. I'm just going to flash it at you real quick because I don't want you to look ahead. It was on this side, that whole page. That's my list of shout outs. So every day during these 25 days of Christmas, I'm doing a shout out, one shout out a day. And I encourage you guys to check out the channel. It'll be a smaller channel, maybe someone that is hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers so that they can reach their monetization goal, or just a smaller channel that could really use a boost in the Yarny community to get out there and be seen. These are all people that I personally watch. If you have a recommendation of someone that you would like me to shout out, feel free to comment it below or email it to me, and I can add it to my list of shout outs. So let's just look at my list and pick at random. I'm not going in order. You know, I've almost went in order. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and kind of make it in order so that I can go ahead and check these off so that I can more easily see which ones I've done. So yesterday's was Jenna's Stitches, and the first day was Manfa's Makes. Today is going to be CMM Designs, and I will link her in the description box below. She is so sweet. I love her. I love watching her videos. Really like comfy atmosphere, crochet and chat kind of vibes. That's like, you'll notice that about the channels that I watch. And obviously I watch bigger channels as well, but they don't need, well, I'll keep this over here. I don't have room over there. They don't need me to shout them out for, you know, to get like an influx of new followers. Plus I mention them more regularly because they're larger channels with more tutorials and all that kind of things. But you'll notice I enjoy crochet and chat kind of hangout, cozy atmospheres. So, I would highly recommend going over there. She posts amigurumi. She does like amigurumi Mondays. She does, she likes to make gnomes. She does like a lot of stuff. She just like dabbles in everything like I do. But she is in a transitional phase right now, moving. So she probably will be a little sparse on videos for a little bit. But either way, I would totally recommend checking her out. If you feel like it, head over to her channel, maybe watch a few videos, maybe drop a like or a comment. And if you feel comfy and cozy and you vibe with her, maybe hit that subscribe button. So that is my shout out for the day. Let's see. At the end of this video and at the end of all of my 25 days of Christmas videos, I will include any pictures you guys have sent in for the month. So I'm doing a little like spotlight for you guys, community spotlight, I guess, where if you want to send me your makes in my email or to my email with like pictures, and you can let me know what name to use, same as Gnome of the Month. I will put them at the end of my videos and I'll show off what you guys have been making. So it can be holiday related stuff, it can be donations, it can be Christmas gifts, it can be whatever. And you can feel free to let me know a little blurb about what you've been making if you feel so inclined, or any other info that you would like to give. But just for sure, let me know what name to use and attach your pictures, and they will be in the next or very soon at the end during our little community spotlight. Let's see. Gnome, project of the day, snowflake, Grinch. I think that is everything. Did I not tell you? I had a lot to tell you guys about today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you have a lot of excited feelings. I hope you have a lot of excitement for some of these projects, some of these tutorials or crochet alongs. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the idea of the gnome crochet along to make a Santa gnome. I hope you guys are excited for it. I thought it seemed like something that people would be interested in, but I'm really excited for it, and I'm excited to make a squishy chenille style gnome, because the only other one of those I've made was for my subscriber giveaway when I made that like big magical gnome out of velvet yarn. So I'm excited to play with the velvet yarn for the gnomes again. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. It is Saturday, so I hope you have a great day. I hope you get to relax and crochet or knit or whatever it is that you like to do, and just take it easy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys!